This is Wacky Barn, Team Deathmatch, 50 versus 50. The player number might change, but for the most part this map is still going to be live. It's currently live now. The code I'll put in the description. Annoyingly, actually, I think the code should be above on the screen, but because this isn't a live match, the code is there, 43335812879V1. It's got a V in it. I assume that's version. That might be a private code, actually. Whatever, doesn't really matter. But this is something I've been spending the last week on. I feel like I kind of finalized my first map, Wacky Town, which I'll also put a link in description, and I'm also going to do another video on that just after this one, because I've kind of finalized that. And taking that experience from doing my first map, I've kind of reapplied it here. Now, in the premise of what I wanted, this is no build, team deathmatch, 50 versus 50. There's no down, unlimited ammo. The world's indestructible, so you can't blow anything up. That might change again. That might be something I will implement. We'll have to see. I need to play these maps, and unfortunately, other people have got to enjoy Wacky Town, for example, but I haven't. So I wanted to do a barn, and this is a theme I'm going to do another one going forward. Just like this one, but it's going to be a different layout, because this isn't what I wanted. I mean, this is just something that I ended up doing, and I quite like it. Definitely like it enough that I carried through with it, but this isn't what I had in mind when I wanted to do this design. This is just something that's ended up happening. Again, taking my experience from my other map. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. My other one, I say, has been getting some good traction, which I'm really pleased about. I hope people are favoriting it. It seems to be popular when I'm sleeping. That seems to be the reality. Like early in the morning, there's quite a few people playing it, and I'm not usually online at that point. I can be, but it's a bit of a pain for me. But I've just done with a basic, again, mirrored world down here, at least the best to my ability. It's pretty mirrored, so both sides down the middle are pretty much identical. They're just a complete mirror. Now, the above bit is probably what you're more interested in. And so down here, I've kind of used this as a bit of an escape. You could obviously stay down here and fight down here and run around down here. And obviously, if this was a full lobby, I'd like to think this would still be a very active position to be shooting. And you might even have people shooting at you when you come out of the saloon here. But instantly, jump pad right in front of the saloon. If you hit this right, which I can see if I can demonstrate in one go. Oh, that nearly killed me. That'd have been good. If you hit this right, hold forward, you actually deploy straight out into the garden up here, which is pretty sweet. And if not, as you might notice there's a secondary glider just in front here. So again, this wasn't really intended. This is what I've just worked with, what was sort of in the pre-mades, and I actually ended up quite liking this. It basically got a ruined mansion. There's another, again, identical one at the opposite end of the map. And again, I've spent a long time customizing this, so this isn't really as it comes. This is I've spent quite a long time moving things around and opening up, closing stuff, trying to see, angles. And again, without playing this, we're not going to know. There were some invisible hedges. I believe I've got rid of all of them, and I've put real ones in, but there might still be a few little issues like that. We should be good for the most part, though. Tried to make a good little variation of cover. I might extend this grass to all this area, but this is just what it came with, so it looks a little bit off, I appreciate. But anyway, I thought this looks quite cool. We've got two little mansions going at it. You could say, what is a mansion doing in a barn? I don't know. It's wacky. It's a wacky barn. What can I say? I made these little pillboxes on this little walkway surrounding the main arena. Obviously, there's nothing up top. It's just a roof. Just done this little ramp up here, which I need to update now, so that should be in the updated version. And I've also made it so these you can go on top of here. So realistically, I feel this would cater very well to a 50 versus 50. My first map, possibly not so much. I think its max players it's had playing at one point is about 60 people, which I'm really pleased to see. Again, I've turned that into 50 versus 50 for the most part, but I need to play it. I need to play it at that point, make a decision for myself, see what's happening, see what people are doing. It's a bit of a pain, but I think it's gaining traction. Hopefully, it keeps getting more players playing it, and maybe in a couple of months' time, it will actually be in a lot of people's favourites, and maybe come into it quite regularly, which would be quite nice. So, and I'd like the same for this one. Again, this isn't going to be the last one I'll do of this. I'm going to do another barn, but it's going to be completely different to this. Same concept, different idea. I don't know what I initially wanted to do. It's kind of what I initially wanted to do downstairs, but it's just doesn't. It's not what I wanted really. I think I'll have a better idea what I want to do next time now. But for the most part, this should work. Areas like back here are going to be quite dull. But equally, I think maps need sort of break areas. I need to add some maybe more props in. Same with over here. I think this one isn't too bad on the memory limit, so it should be okay. I've played it with my budget PC, and it seems to run fantastic. But obviously, maybe having 100 players in the lobby isn't feasible for everybody. I've played the 50 versus 50 on the big team battle map I liked. It inspired me to do these maps, basically. And that can be quite laggy on the Xbox. That can be quite tough. So I imagine that could be a reason why. And I might ultimately have to then do a smaller map to cater to pretty much everybody. So everybody can play it, and it's not going to stutter, and everyone's going to have a good frame rate. And I suppose for many reasons, that's why these blank build maps are quite popular, because they just run really good on every machine, whereas something like this might be quite intensive on the consoles. I've not tested it on the console, but anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. I say it helps direct me what I'm going to do with my channel. But I'm having some good fun with the Epic Creator here, and it's taking a little time to get used to. There's still a lot to learn, but so far I'm really pleased with what I'm able to create here. So if you enjoyed this, please go and check this out on Fortnite. Give it a play, give it a favorite, tell your friends, play in a group, do something. Help me. It'd be really nice if we can get people playing these. I'd be really pleased with that. That would be awesome. Then I'll make some more as well, and that'd be awesome. So